Good evening, football fans. You're live. Third down with Morgan Holder. I am the most awesome one, Morgan.
And I'm the one that knows everything there is to know about talented chemistry. Holder, welcome to the show.
Whew, I can't wait to talk about this past week. Before we get into that, Holder, I got to give my shout outs. You already know who I got to give my shout outs to. But I'm going to go ahead and say it anyways. I'm going to go ahead and say around the NFL. First take. Good morning, football. Holder, I already know yours, but I guess you can go ahead and say your lame shout outs.
Well, since we do this every time we do the show, I hope you know mine. And my shouts out to the best shows regarding NFL football. Number one is The Pivot with Super Bowl winning safety Ryan Clark. Pat McAfee show the boys on Get Up and Speak for Yourself with the lovely Joy Taylor and Acho. I guess I can mention Shady McCoy too.
Forgot about him. I forgot he played in NFL.
Just because you don't know football.
He was average of that. If that.
Yeah, right. He's got the rushing records for Philly.
Hey, Holder. I just want to say that I love this past week, and that I beat you again, so I'm 2-1.
You beat me by one game.
A win's a win, big guy. A win's a win.
One game. You act like it was a landslide and you beat me by 4 or 5 games and I just bombed out.
A win's a win.
One stinking funky game.
That means that shows you that I know stats very, very well.
You don't know Jack.
And that
you picked the Vikings to win.
Hey, we didn't talk about Minnesota right now. Okay, that's a heartfelt subject. You know how I feel about them right now. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
What what game stood out to you this past week that took you by surprise?
Probably the Minnesota game because I thought the Chargers would beat them by more than that.
Really? You don't think Houston beating Jacksonville was a surprise?
Yeah, it was, but I wasn't too. I don't know. I wasn't too because it's a divisional game. You know, the AFC NFC games were probably my focus this past week. Those division rivalries can pan out either way. I mean, when they took the scales of there's a rookie quarterback, you know, not everyone on that team is a rookie, even though it is a young team.
Right.
But the coaches know everything there is to know about the rivalry team coming in.
I took that game as a surprise just because how good Jacksonville has been playing. And then they come in and they lost against the Texans of all teams. I mean, and it wasn't even that, like, it wasn't like it was in Houston. It was in Jacksonville. They lost at home to Houston.
Well, teams play down to their opponents sometimes, and they probably didn't take Houston seriously. And I don't know. It's just one of those things.
Another game that took me by surprise was the Cowboys and Falcons. I was harping about the Cowboys defense and how good they should be. Yes, they lost Diggs. Is that a big loss? Absolutely, it's a big loss. But here's the thing: you are playing the Falcons. The Falcons isn't that great of a team.
Are you sure it was the Falcons or was it the Cardinals?
Oh yeah, it was the Cardinals, wasn't it? It was the Cardinals. I'm sorry, Holder. You caught
You
me.
know,
You got me
Morgan,
back.
you talk about me being old and getting old, and
I'm
you're
telling
killing
you.
me, Small.
I'm telling
You're
you.
killing me.
I'm telling you, Holder. That's why I got. That's why I'm glad. I'm glad you called me out. I'm glad you said that, big guy. But yeah, Arizona. I mean, who's the quarterback? Is it Dobbs? Is that who the backup is over there in Arizona?
Joshua Dobbs, who actually works for NASA during the off season. He is a rocket scientist.
But he also played for Pitt, right? Correct me if I'm mistaken, but he played for Pitt, right?
He was a second and third string quarterback at Pittsburgh. Yes, he was. Good guy. Good guy. He knows football.
Now,
It actually is a good backup quarterback.
this is going to be my next question. The way he played against the Cowboys, do you think he should be a good starter for the Cardinals, or do you think he's one of those ones that's like a one-hit wonder? He should be done after that game. Bring back Kyler Murray when he's healthy.
I don't know. It's when you play against a defense like that, even though Diggs wasn't there, one man, as long as Parsons is playing, I think Parsons is more impactful than Diggs because Parsons rushes the quarterback's throws, right, to create those interceptions or whatever. And Diggs or whatever cornerback is probably in the right place at the right time. I don't know. I think Dobbs, who knows? He could have, he's kind of a Brissett type quarterback for me. But we'll see. I mean, he did better than Kyler Murray's done these last few games or whatever few games Murray has played.
I don't think Murray's has he played yet?
I don't know if he's played this year. I don't think so.
I was going to say I don't think he's played this year, but he
didn't do anything last year.
No, and here's the thing, Holder. I remember everybody was jumping on Arizona, and not to say everybody, but certain people was jumping on Arizona's bandwagon just because they had D-Hop, they had Murray, like they were supposed to be like some kind of Super Bowl contenders, and yet they fell off that wagon. I don't get it. I don't know what happened.
Well, weren't you a D-Hop follower and like, oh, they should be really good?
I was surprised that they didn't do what the expectations should have been.
Well, if you don't study as a quarterback.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to cause you some confusing and some mistakes, and we've seen what happened there. Another game that I'm not going to say what took me by surprise, but the Bengals and the Rams. I had the Bengals winning that game, but that game took me by surprise because I feel like Joe Burrow was hurt. I feel like the Rams should have put a whooping on him, and they didn't do that. The Bengals end up winning. Where do you think Cincinnati needs to go from there? Do you think they are going to go on a tear and make the playoffs, or do you think they're going to win 5 games and be done for the year? Where do you see where the Bengals going?
Morgan, why would you ask me that? I don't care where the Bengals are going. All I care about is us winning this division.
Okay, do you think
the Bengals are all overrated, even when Burrow is healthy? That's just me. I felt the year they went to the Super Bowl, they were overrated.
So do you think that they're a one-hit wonder?
They have talent on that team, yes, but they're not a complete team.
But you think Pittsburgh is?
Absolutely.
Okay.
What is Pittsburgh missing right now?
Are you ready for this? I don't think we're gonna have this conversation. Are you ready for what they're missing? They're missing. They're missing.
Yeah.
They're missing Kirk Cousins. Y'all can have him. That's what they're all missing.
We already got him. His name is Mitchell Trubisky.
No. I think Pittsburgh can add maybe a couple more pieces. Maybe another wideout. That way it would take some pressure off. Maybe another DB. I mean, Pittsburgh to me, don't get me wrong, they're good, but I just feel like you can put more pieces on that team to make them
Another
even.
wideout.
Yeah.
Another DB. We got Joey Porter Jr. who is getting snaps.
Yeah,
got
but
Deontay Johnson who's hurt.
Exactly. So
right?
if you add
when
another,
he comes back,
but if you add another wide receiver,
we're good.
It's going to open up more passes for Johnson.
That's why we didn't draft a wide receiver, because we had a lot of depth. You know, we're talking about the Bengals. Let me. T. Higgins and Boyd did not impress me this last game.
Here's the thing. I think one of them is going to be gone. I don't know which one, but one of them is going to be gone by the end of the year, if anything. And that's my
theory. They weren't impressive at all. Drop passes. You know, especially that's when you need to be making those catches, when you know your quarterback isn't 100%.
Oh, definitely.
So you want to make that yardage so you can get into your running game. And they were dropping. I mean, it was like, really? How do you know, T. Higgins was catching with his body, letting the ball hit his pad. It was just, I was like, and all this hype around this team and all this is going on.
So
it's just like,
could it be because Cincinnati's so young, or do you think it's coaching? Do you think they're taking advantage of the coaching staff being so young and they don't care? They're there just for the make of money, or do you think they're actually trying to play?
I don't think anybody's there to make their money. I just think there's just too much that goes into them. Just like Buffalo. You know, there's all this hype surrounding them. Even though Cincinnati is going to the Super Bowl and Buffalo has not, there's still that hype. You know, oh, Buffalo is this and that and yada yada, and
I mean, I was on a
Cincinnati, Buffalo in the top 5 with Kansas City.
I was on Buffalo's hype, especially when they got Diggs, and they haven't been impressive at all. And I think they had a lot of time to progress and get chemistry, and they haven't done squat. And that's something that I look back on, and I'm like, I'm glad that Minnesota got rid of Diggs, because Diggs was a big cancerous for that team. Now he's in Buffalo, and I think he's causing a lot of things for Buffalo, but Buffalo is not saying nothing about like Minnesota was.
Well, I think Buffalo is kind of in the same boat Kansas City is offensively as far as having, because what other receiver do they have other than Diggs? You know, it's making big plays. So when Diggs is covered, who else's name are they calling out?
No,
and the same thing is going on in Kansas City. You know,
I think Kansas City.
I don't know. I think Cincinnati is going to fall deeper before they get greater, because
I think I don't think Cincinnati's going to be great. I think they hit that bump. They had a chance to be great. I think now they're just, I'm not going to say average, but they're going to be talented, and that's it. That is it. They got so much talent, and that's all they got. That's all they're going to have.
J.K. Burrow, that captain is going to hit them.
Oh, definitely. And here's the thing. And you got to think, and hold you could say, Sean, I'm stupid, I'm wrong. But quarterbacks and running backs, they don't last that long in the NFL much like they used to. So if you give
quarterbacks have a longer, you know, life expectancy, I guess you could say, than running backs, because quarterbacks are so protected.
Not Burrow. Have you seen
how
many times he got been sacked this year?
I think. Yeah, well, Burrow is different. Burrow came into the league with a major in his first year with a major injury. You know, so when you got quarterbacks, I mean, when you look at the Fitzpatricks and the what's these guys? Oh my goodness, the two brothers. They're backups now, but oh my goodness, help me out here,
McCoy.
McCoy, the McCoy brothers. They're still in the league.
And Cole's been in the league
still
forever.
Playing, Rodgers is 40, going to be 40.
Yeah, but he had a good line in Green Bay.
So, I mean, name me a running back that's still running at 40. Who was the last guy? Probably,
shoot, man.
What's his face that played with San Francisco and
LT? David Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. If he would have played 3 more seasons, he would have been playing with his son.
Oh, you're talking for 49ers. Oh my God. Tip my tongue.
Yeah, I can't call his name out.
Oh my goodness.
But he was probably the only running back, that you could say was close to 40 if he wasn't.
Oh, definitely. I mean,
so.
Oh my God, he was playing for the 49ers.
I'm just saying, quarterbacks have a longer expectancy. Ben Roethlisberger played 18 years?
18, yeah. But he had a good line though. That's the thing.
So,
if you build a good line, yes.
Yeah.
But the way Cincinnati has, I don't think Burrow is going to play that much longer.
No, I don't think they'll have the money to. Well, if you get a good lineman in the draft, a couple of good linemen, especially to protect his blind side, yeah. But
Bengal fans, I'm not trying to put you down.
They continue the way they're going. Yeah, Burrow's in trouble.
I'm not trying to put any Cincinnati fans down or anything like that, but what's the big possibility paying Burrow that kind of money and then getting maybe, I don't know, 5 years from now after 7 years? So what is that? What is that going to say that if he's going to play for 7 years and you're paying this guy all this money and he retired at 7 years?
Well, there is a bright side. They didn't give him Mahomes money, so
that's true. That is true. I give you that. One more touchy subject I want to touch on is the Dolphins just stomping the Broncos. How do you come back from that huge loss like that?
They're playing the Bears, so it shouldn't be much of a recovery with the Bears.
You don't think that's going to play back in their mind and then maybe they make mistakes and lose?
Not against the Bears. Not against the Bears. The Bears game will give them hope for their following game after the Bears.
Okay.
But if they were playing a contender, I don't know. It's just I can't really blame the Denver Broncos offense because they put up 20 points.
That's true. Where do you see
the defense?
That's what I was going to ask. Where do you see what need to work?
That team has got a lot of speed.
And Miami's defense looked like they.
I just don't.
Miami's defense looked like they.
I don't know,
I mean, that game was like a high school team versus a NFL team.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't just the wide receiver. Mostert got 4 rushing touchdowns. I think they were all rushing touchdowns.
I think the Broncos had 90
so for a running back to get 4 touchdowns.
But I mean, Broncos only had 90 yards or something like that.
Put up almost 700 yards.
What do you think Miami's focus is? Do you think Miami should be focused on Buffalo, or do you think that focus is going to be on that Denver win, and they're going to be hungover still because of that one win?
I don't know. I'm sure they're playing high, and they're going to be high on themselves until they slam into a brick wall. So it's not. I mean, who's to say? Who's to say? It's just they had a good outing against Denver, and they move on to the next game. I mean, all they have to do is play Miami Dolphins football and hope that Tua doesn't get hurt.
You're right. Okay. I do see you guys. I've seen you guys win last week. What do you think that's going to give you guys a confidence boost at? Do you think it's going to give you guys more confidence, or do you think it's going to be like one of those slumps still?
No, it's a confidence builder. But we're going into Houston this week.
Now remember, Houston beat Jacksonville.
If the defense plays up to par like they've been doing, I don't think it'll be a problem. If the offense can stay manageable, I don't see Houston really being a problem if they don't play down to Houston. But they're an NFL team, and I don't think Tomlin is going to let that happen.
I know there's some fans out there that have some high hopes for Pittsburgh, and I know you're one of them. I think Pitt's a team to beat in the AFC North right now. At the second, I think they're a team to beat. I think the teams in the AFC North should be scared of them.
I guess we'll see. Stacking wins is what their motto is right now. Stacking wins. So, the more wins you have, the more confidence you gain. So we'll see. We'll just play it by ear. But my hope is that we win the division. I hope we sweep the division.
I think you can. I'm not going to say sweep, but I can tell you right now, the way that Pittsburgh's playing, they played their part in that game. They would definitely win that division.
The way I look at it too, Jimmy G is not. He's not the guy. He's always been an average quarterback. Even when he went to the Super Bowl. Actually, Colin Kaepernick was quarterback then. Playing behind Tom Brady and all these other teams that he went to. Jimmy G, I mean, Devontae Adams is talking about leaving Las Vegas.
I think that's going to be a mistake because Las Vegas made a big mistake when they traded Derek Carr. I think they should run after a better quarterback. I mean, nothing wrong with Jimmy G. He's obviously Jimmy G, but I think they should got a better quarterback.
Yeah, he's not terrible. He's just not a guy with all of the hype with the Raiders' new stadium and all this other stuff. No, he's not the kind of quarterback you want to have in there. But maybe he's just a Band-Aid till the draft or free agency comes around. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll just have to see.
I mean, yeah. I guess we will. I guess we'll have to see what's going to happen. And where do we go after for Minnesota? It's just a question. Minnesota's 0-3. We haven't lost by a lot. We've lost by one score. But I think that I think that we should look and maybe take a chance on trading Kirk Cousins.
Take a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. You guys will probably win the next game. But then you got two contenders after that, I believe. So you're looking at a possible 1-6, 1-5.
So we have an easy win. Not this week. I mean, this week should be easy, but we have we have
easy.
I know. I shouldn't say easy. But we have an easy game after this week with the Bears, and then we go with the 49ers and Kansas City back to back. I'm hoping
Yeah.
we can win these next 2 games. That way we can be 2-3 going in against 2 contenders. Hopefully we can beat one of those contenders, but I don't see the possibility of us winning those against contenders. I honestly, if I'm Minnesota's front office, it's time to rebuild. We're 0-3 right now. Go ahead and build around Justin Jefferson. Maybe we need a running back for sure. We definitely need a running back, but give people that can hold on to the ball. Because with losing the ball with interceptions, it's costing us games.
You guys have, like you said, haven't been holding the ball. Penalty, killing you. And it's just, yeah, you do need another, but you got Cam Akers, right?
Yeah.
So once he comes into the fold, it'll be a good 1-2 punch, I think. I strongly believe that.
I just wish we could hold on to the ball. And here's the thing. Kirk Cousins can say he didn't hear the play calling. But you call the same play call that Kevin O'Connell was calling, and you can't blame it on the crowd. It was on you, but it's also on T.J. Hockenson because T.J. Hockenson could have kept that ball instead of getting it stripped. So
T.J. Hockenson could have caught that ball down by the goal line, too.
That's true.
That was a catchable ball.
That's true.
And they just gave him a big pay raise, Yeah, Cousins is the leader of the team. If he can't hit a play, he needs to call a play. Right? If the play can't come in fast enough and they don't want to, I don't know if they had a timeout or not, but he's the leader of that offense. He should have called the play in the huddle if he couldn't hear the play coming. You can't blame the fans and the noise. If there's a technical problem, then you got to step up to the plate and say, okay, look, we're going to run this. You can't have excuses. And that's what I like about our coach. We don't use excuses. When we screw up, we say we screwed up. But Cousins is just the kind of guy. He'll do good, but he'll do something that'll make him look bad. It doesn't have to be a pass or whatever. It could just be a question of his leadership.
Hey, Holder. Before we move on, I want to take some time out. We have a special guest right now. That's in. If you can hear me, Schaefer, say something. Okay, we're gonna wait. He might have some difficulties, but we have a guest that should be joining us as soon as he gets set up. He might have some difficulties, but he's in right now. But guys, this is one thing we talk about is do something different, and this is gonna be one thing that we're gonna try to do something different, get people involved. But yes, Holder, like you were saying, Minnesota needs to do something. They need to do something fast before they fall, and we won't catch the Lions or the Packers in that division. I would say the Bears, but the Bears is on a boat. They're 0-3. Sorry, Schaefer, I know you're a Bears fan, but we need to do something fast.
I don't know what. I think you just have to ride the season out. Because I know you like the head coach, but they're saying he's in the hot seat.
And that's I do like Kevin O'Connell. He's in a good position right now with his team. We need some talent. We got some talent, but we need some more talent to help him out. Let's see what happens. I'm a little nervous coming this week, but for the Vikings, and I'm not the one playing.
Well, you're playing someone that's not a contender, right?
Right. They're not.
So, but the next 2 games after that are really, really tip the scales type of things for Minnesota. You know, you're talking about Kansas City and the 49ers.
49ers. And the way the Packers are playing, I think the Packers can sweep us. The Lions can sweep us even. So let's see what happens. And again, I if I was the Vikings, I would start. I'm not going to say throw the rest of the games, but it's time to change up some things.
Yeah. I mean, it's grim. It's not the start that no one was hoping for with Minnesota, because Minnesota was picked to be toe to toe with Detroit.
We were supposed to be right there with them, and Green Bay is supposed to be in last or third, but it looks like Green Bay is going to be in second in that division. The way that they're playing, and hats off to Jordan Love. Jordan Love, he's filling some big shoes in Aaron Rodgers, and I think he's going to get it done.
I told you were doubting him.
I was.
You.
So
the kid is playing ball like Richardson is playing ball. I mean, give it that Jordan Love has been sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, but that team is following him. I mean, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing.
And it's almost the same team. Almost the same team that Rodgers had. Almost the same team.
Pretty much with the exception of few players Rodgers took with him.
Yeah. But Christian Watson, he's going to be something to brag about in the future. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll just Green Bay is not our subject, but just hold your head up with those Vikings players.
Oh, for sure. While we're waiting on Schaefer to figure out what's going on his end, we're going to go ahead and jump into this week's picks. Holder, looking at these picks, we went head to head a couple times this year so far, and I know it's been only a few weeks. But look at these picks. Like, we only got like maybe 3 to 4 different picks from each other. Are you scared to lose again?
No, we should not ever have identical picks.
Oh, we got identical picks. Almost, like I said, like maybe 3 to 4.
We shouldn't have identical picks the whole sheet. Okay, that should never happen.
Well, buddy, it did. I think you were scared to lose again.
No, because I know I picked different teams than what you picked.
I'm gonna let the fans decide when we talk about these picks, and this picture is not gonna lie.
Look, do we have every pick identical?
Holder, for the most part,
no.
And
not for the most part.
And she gets to the middle of the pack.
Pick the same.
And she get middle of the pack. It is.
Is every game picked the same?
It doesn't matter, Holder. We have 3 to maybe.
It does.
No.
That means identical. The whole sheet. Identical.
I'm just saying here, buddy. I'm just saying.
There is a difference.
I'm just saying. You pick 4 different teams from me, and I'm wondering if you're just scared to lose.
We should never have identical picks. That's what I'm saying. A whole sheet should never be the same.
It's close until you get to the middle.
Just like it is in Vegas. Nobody, not everybody, is picking the way Vegas is picking.
That's I don't know. I mean, I think Vegas is going by talent. They're not going by upsets, right? Like, for example, Kansas City. Nothing wrong with Kansas City, but they have them high up there on their radar. They're not on my radar like that. I'm sorry. But
Vegas goes by, what's the word I want to use? veteran. If a veteran quarterback is playing a vet or is playing a rookie or second-year quarterback, if there's a 4 or 5 year veteran, they're going to pick that veteran. So
I mean, they need to do something different.
Vegas is that's the way Vegas is, and they get people on that hype.
Well, they don't got me on hype.
So I mean, our picks. I don't think your picks and mine will ever be totally identical. Identical is the wrong word you should use. Probably like, we have quite a few picks.
Okay, Hunter. Half of our picks are the same. Is that better?
Identical is when you look at identical twins, they're the same from top to bottom.
Okay.
Which
half of our picks
are not the same from top to bottom.
Half of our picks are the same. Half. Maybe a little over half, but half our picks are the same. Again, I still think you're scared to lose.
If I pick different than you, that means I'm not afraid.
I still think you are.
You're insane.
I'm not insane.
You're insane. You shouldn't drink before the show.
Shh.
Okay?
That's my little secret. Told nobody.
That's a bad thing. You shouldn't.
Matter of fact, I got my
off the energy drink.
I got my flask right here. Got my flask right here next to me. Gary, tip it up.
Yeah, a flask full of Kool-Aid.
Oh man. That's why I love you, Holder. That's why I love you. We can joke on each other and not take it to heart. Even though, and I don't want to call you out, but I'm going to call you out. Okay? Even though you messaged me last night and you said that Jalen Warner had more after catch yards than Justin Jefferson, I had to look it up and show you that you was wrong. I know you hate being wrong, but you was wrong.
I was not wrong because it came from Get Up when they were talking about the Steelers-Raider game. And they said, oh, by the way, Jalen Warren is leading in YAC in the NFL.
He's leading the running backs, though. He is leading the running backs. And let me ask you a question, because I wanted to ask you, but I forgot about it until this now, before we go to our picks. Do you think he's going to start over Harris sooner or later?
No. Okay. Harris is the man. He's the cowbell.
I just wanted to ask.
Warren fumbles. He's been playing good, but he's been known to fumble. He's a good crossover back. He's a good back that can complement Harris. Harris is the bull. Okay? So when you got a guy like Jalen Warren, you're keeping Harris fresh. You're keeping him healthy. Even though Warren is a bit more flashier, he's not the kind of back. Even if, let me put it to you this way, even if Najee Harris broke free from our own 20, he would not go the distance. Okay, he would not go. Somebody catch him and bring him down. Jalen Warren can go the distance. We've seen it in the preseason.
Absolutely. I just wanted to ask. I wanted to ask because I wanted your take. I think Warren's really good. I think he's going to be the future of the team. If he's not playing for Pitts, I think he's going to be a future of a team.
No, he's good. He's just a good complimentary guy.
That's going to bring us to our next our picks. Holder, let me tell you this: we both have the Detroit Lions over the Green Bay Packers, even though they're playing at home. But we still got Detroit over Green Bay. Do you really think that the Lions can beat Green Bay?
I think the Lions can beat anybody. They are going to have a bounce back game after this Seattle game.
And that was a close game.
Because they need it. They need it. I think they were embarrassed to lose to Seattle. So I think they're going to come out strong.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The score. What do you think the score is going to be? Do you think it's going to be a game like Miami Dolphins beating Denver Broncos, or you think it's going to be a close game?
Really? No, it's not going to be that big. But
I'm going
I'll
to.
give them 13.
You think? Okay. What do you think the final score should be? Or close to being?
I don't know. 14. Well, 20. 17.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. Next game, and that game is tomorrow, by the way, guys. That game is tomorrow. I can't wait.
Yeah, I know, guy. I just saw that on my TV. Before you had the nerve to ask me if I'm ready, I was just looking at that on the
um, we both have Jacksonville over Atlanta. I think Jacksonville. This is Jacksonville's game. They got to win. So they lose this game, I think their season is going to be down water because that means they lost against two mediocre teams in 2 weeks. They lost against Houston.
Mind you, Atlanta is not a divisional game.
That's true. That is true. But again, Atlanta is mediocre. I think Atlanta is not on Jacksonville's level, just like Houston was not supposed to be on Jacksonville's level. You have Desmond, Reader, wherever his name is. That's the quarterback over there.
Ritter, yeah.
He's not great. So I don't know.
I don't think Ritter's ready for that defense.
Yeah. I think Jacksonville's defense is going to give him problems. I think they're going to have at least 5 sacks, maybe 2 picks, but 5 sacks for sure.
Possibility.
You said possibility. All right.
Yeah.
Next game. We both have Miami over Buffalo. The way that Buffalo's been playing, Buffalo's like up and down, up and down. I think Miami is going to beat Buffalo. It's not going to be an easy win, but Buffalo is going to at least give up the ball a couple times, and that's how Miami's going to win.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I don't know. What do you see as a score?
From the score in that game, shoot, man, I'm gonna have to say
no, the other game.
I'm trying to think older. I'm gonna have to say by 3, Miami by 3. I'm gonna say 28-31.
Miami over Buffalo.
That's what I'm saying. Miami over Buffalo by 3. 28-31.
Dude, you're killing me.
How?
I mean, you're really killing me.
How am I killing you?
We both picked Miami, but I think
it's a divisional game. First of all, second of all, Buffalo was way better than Denver. So that's why I'm saying by 3 points. But Miami's going by 3, and it's going to be because of turnover. Josh Allen or somebody's going to turn the ball over on Buffalo to give Miami that ball back. That's how Miami's going to win.
Well, you know what? I see Miami winning by more than that because their defense is pretty quick. They have a pretty good defense to go with that offense. I think Miami by 10.
You think Miami by 10? Are you serious? Okay.
I think Miami by 10 because Buffalo has been overrated for how long, and I just don't see Buffalo's defense matching up. I mean, if you look at Miami's offense, Waddle is not playing, right? And when Waddle comes back, it's just that much more speed added to that offense. So
You are
And they're
correct. You are
in
correct.
Buffalo's defensive rush because they don't have Edmonds there anymore.
Oh yeah, because he's with the Chicago Bears. I almost cussed the Chicago Bears. You know the little Cubs.
So I mean, if they don't put pressure on Tua,
but Tua can
I
also
don't
run,
think they have the second. I don't think they have a secondary
and Tua can run. We've seen him.
that can stop them.
We can see Tua run, so I think Tua can run. Even if they add pressure, Tua can run 5 to 6 yards and get you almost the first down. So
Well, I mean, Miami has the number one offense in the league right now. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have 70 points to say that, but they're the number one rated offense.
and look, if it was me and if I was Josh McDaniels, I would kick that field goal. I wouldn't need the ball. I would want to run the score up because I want people to know that we're not playing around. We came to play our game, and you're gonna play our game. We're not gonna screw around. I would have kicked that field goal. I'm not gonna kneel.
Well, dude, let me tell you.
Look, you can call me a sore winner, but I'm kicking that field goal. I'm running the score up. I don't care. I'm gonna punch you.
You don't think they ran it up enough?
No. Look, I'm coming for the knockout. I don't care if it was 80 points. I'm coming for the knockout.
Josh McDaniels is with the Raiders, dude.
Josh McDaniels is Miami. Is it McDaniels? Hold on.
No.
What's his name over there?
He's the Raiders head coach.
What is his name over there? It's something McDaniels. I can tell you that.
Yeah, the guy that talks slow with the glasses. I don't really know his name.
Yeah, McDaniel.
Miami, but
his name is McDaniel.
I don't like that guy because when Tua was hurt, he couldn't see that, and it's like.
But it's not just on the head coach though.
A hell of a ball club. I mean, 70 points.
But
you don't think that's enough?
No.
What are you trying to prove? You've already proven it.
I'm coming for that throw. I'm gonna punch you right in your throat. That's what I was coming for. I'm coming to win. Just saying. Call me a sore loser.
That's frowned upon when teams do that, when they run up.
Oh well. In
college, but when you're in the NFL.
Oh well. Call me a sore winner.
It's like that reporter that asked Tom Payton, "How embarrassed are you?" And he's like, "Really? What kind of question is that?"
It was a question. He said, "Answer that question." How? It's called.
It's not a legit question.
It is a legit question.
When he came to the mic, he was already embarrassed.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, come on.
It was a legit question.
That's not a question. The question should be, where do you feel like your team failed today?
Every position, offense to defense, every position.
No, I'm not blaming the offense. They put up 20 points. That's a normal NFL score. You can win with 20 points in the NFL.
I'm saying offense, defense. Because here's the thing. That means the offense didn't
You're
go.
You're giving up 70 points. Their offense is not giving up 70 points.
It's both. It is both. The way you look at it, it's both. You can't put blame on one side of the ball. You got to put on both. It's both.
Really? So you think it should have been 70 to 68?
I'm just saying, Holder. Matter of fact, we're going to go back and look at the stats on offense on that game.
Your offense didn't give up 70 points.
Look, that might be true,
but
that means you not have. But you can't hold a possession of the ball. You're not. You got to have the possession.
Doesn't matter. 20 points is enough to win an NFL game.
Look, Russell Wilson threw over 300 yards. He got sacked one time. So you're trying to tell me that somewhere in that line the offense didn't screw up somewhere?
You tell me.
They only had 69 rushing yards. 69 rushing yards. 69 rushing yards.
How often does an offense score over 20 points?
I'm saying it's both teams. I can't just put blame on the defense. It has to be both.
Really?
Yes, it has to be both.
So if they ran for 400, 300, and 400 yards, that's on the offense?
Look, I'm gonna put it this way, Holder.
No way, dude. What are you drinking over there, dude?
I'm gonna
You're
tell
talking
you.
about a team
I'm gonna tell you like
that
this.
gave up 70 points. Offense has nothing to do with that defense giving up 70 points.
The offense needs
You're
some
talking
work.
about matching?
The offense needs some work. That means that the offense gave up. They only ran the ball 69 yards, added 20 times. 69 yards.
Okay, and not every team runs 100 yards a game.
That might be true.
I'm saying
That might be true.
70 points, Morgan.
And you ready for this?
You cannot blame the offense.
Are you ready for? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
Defensive coordinator.
That there was some drop passes somewhere because Russell Wilson went 23 for 38, sacked one time.
They put up 20 points.
It doesn't matter.
That's enough to win a game.
It doesn't matter.
That's enough.
You can't put blame. You can't put blame on one side of the ball. It has to be both.
Dude, you can win 20-10, 20-14, 20-17 in the NFL. You put up 20 points.
Okay. If you say
70?
If you
How
say
are you going to go toe-to-toe with 70? The Broncos do not have that kind of offense. If they were playing the Bears, they wouldn't have put up 70 points.
They're actually playing the Bears this week. They are playing the Bears this week.
I'm saying they wouldn't have put
since we're on Denver's topic and the Bears,
they won't put up 70 points against the Bears. Denver won't. I'm saying
look, we're gonna move on to the next pick. We're gonna move on to the next pick because we're losing some time.
You know what, listeners, please chime in and open Morgan's eyes, please. Open his eyes.
Please, just let me know. Let me know where the tree with it lays. Is it offense, defense, or just defense? Please let us know. Holder, next pick is in. And I'm gonna. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Oh, I can't wait. And I have the Bears. Yes, the Bears over Denver. The Bears they're not getting pounded. They're not losing by a lot of points. Losing by one score. Denver's coming into Chicago.
What was that Kansas City score?
You know what?
Score?
You know what, Holder? That's besides the point. Okay, Denver is not like Kansas City. Denver's like a high school football team compared to Kansas City. They're not on the same level.
I'm saying you said the Bears are not losing by many points.
Shoot, you know what? You might be right. You might be right, big guy. I gotta look at the scores again.
You know, Morgan, I hear you, but you need to choose your words because I'm here to bash you. Like you're here to bash me.
That is true.
So when you say something crazy like that, you know, I'm like a lion stalking prey. Okay, a cheetah.
Shaver can't chime in because he's had some difficulties, but he is sending me some messages. And he is a Bears fan. Okay, he's a Bears fan. Shout out to that. I have to give him props. It's not easy being a Minnesota or a Bears fan at this year. But, okay. All right. Y'all both got me because y'all both told me to look at the Chiefs game. Y'all both got me. Chiefs did win 41-10. But those two games before that, they didn't lose by much.
Morgan.
Look.
Even our special guest can agree that the Bears organization is a mess right now. They are the talk of the NFL. Not a team that I can remember in the history of the NFL has been talked about as much as the Bears, with everything that's going on with that organization.
Look,
right now.
Look, I'm a level with you because this is not supposed to. It's not supposed to happen. The Bears are supposed to be above Green Bay. Green Bay is supposed to be on the bottom. It's not like that. So yes, I have to agree with you that there is something going on over there in Chicago. They need to fix it. They need to fix it fast.
Let me ask you this, Morgan. Let me ask you this. As long as you've known the Bears organization, what has been their strength? Defense, right? They
Absolutely.
pride themselves in defense,
Absolutely.
right? And when have they had that defense? That defense. They could have built that defense when Khalil Mack was there with Smith. Was it Smith that went to Khalil Mack and the guy that went to Baltimore?
Yeah. Yeah, Smith over. Yeah, linebacker Smith. But here's the thing, though.
They were building that. They were building that defense. They had Kyle Fuller.
But it's not coaching
and
staff.
some other good
It's not the-
defensive backs.
That's true. But it's not the coaching staff. Even Schaefer would tell you it's not the coaching staff.
That's-
It's the owners. It's the
that's
owners. The
coaching
owners need
and
the
the
owner.
drafting. Okay, that's drafting. Okay, if those.
But it's not just drafting,
Okay,
though.
the owner,
You got to think about signing
It's
players,
spending
trading
money.
players.
the owner's spending the money, right?
Where are they spending money at?
So or the
Where-
GM,
where are they
the GM is spending the money,
Where are they
but
spending
the
money at?
owner's overseeing.
Where are they spending money at?
That's what I'm saying. That's where they've been failing. You can't blame an organization that has had talent.
They still got talent.
And
They got
you're
talent.
building, your pride is your defense, which clearly they had a nucleus in that defense when Khalil
So-
Mack and Smith were there.
But
Right.
you see how that went, though. Even when they was there, they still it wasn't the same defense that we knew from the 80s or the 90s.
No, but they were building. They were headed in that direction.
You don't think-
can't tell me that defense wasn't putting pressure on quarterbacks.
I-
They were.
But so you don't think they're trying to do that now? You're trying to say you don't think they're trying to build that defense back now? They got young talent. Even the offense is young.
Morgan.
I mean, look.
That
I
how
love.
can you build when your front office is a mess, your coaching staff is a mess, right? Your quarterback is calling out the coaching staff and then
That's-
correcting himself in a later interview.
That's because Justin
Right.
Field is frustrated. He knows what's going on. He wants to put blame somewhere, but he can't put the blame on the owners because he
It's
knows.
the coaches. It's him too. But it's also, look what that coaching staff did to Trubisky, right? They've had, now you can't say that Jay Cutler was a bad quarterback because when he was in Denver, he was good. He was good in Denver.
He was. I give you that. I give
So
you that.
when he got to Chicago is just like Cleveland, right?
No.
Oh yeah, they have ruined talent in Chicago.
I don't think they have.
Ruined
No,
talent.
because look at Smith. Look at Smith in Baltimore. He's still doing his thing over there. So I can't think.
In Baltimore.
Justin Fields is in Chicago.
What was he doing in Chicago?
He was doing the same thing as in Baltimore, shutting down the middle.
He wasn't as okay. So why did they let him go if they were built?
Money talks. Money talks.
That's how you build, right?
And he wanted to be out. Why keep somebody if they want to be gone? That's like me keeping you hostage even though you want to leave my house. Same thing.
Money talk. You said it yourself. If you bring up the right dollar amount, that player's staying.
Baltimore was
If
Baltimore.
you bring up the right dollar amount, that player is staying.
Baltimore wanted. You
I'm
know,
telling you.
Baltimore gave up way much than what they had to. So
You don't think he was worth it?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Baltimore didn't have to give up what they did to get him. They could have gave up peanuts to get him, but they didn't.
We've burned enough rubber on this. What's the next game?
We are. The next game is Cleveland. We both have Cleveland over Baltimore. Holder, what made you think Cleveland's gonna beat Baltimore? I'll tell you my thought. But what's your thought?
Lamar Jackson. What else? I don't think Baltimore has the defense that Cleveland has.
Okay.
Defensive
Something
front.
that we can agree on.
And
Something we can agree on.
Cleveland's secondary is better than Baltimore's. So
And I made this pick before.
and Mr. Jackson is not okay. I think it's evenly matched with the quarterback.
No, because Lamar Jackson knows.
I do
Lamar
believe
Jackson keeps his hands off certain things.
Okay, Lamar Jackson can run.
Yeah, but he don't do what Deshaun Watson does behind closed doors.
Run,
I'm going to hell. Anyways,
you picked Cleveland for a reason.
For that defense, and I picked them before Chubb got hurt. Look, I believe if Chubb was healthy, Baltimore couldn't stop that run, and that's what I was going based on.
What are you talking about? Chubb got hurt two games ago.
But I made this pick before he got hurt.
Chubb was hurt 2 games ago. How can you make the pick?
Because I already had my picks
2 days ago.
I made my picks when the season started.
You're killing me.
I don't wait.
Come
like,
on, Small. You're killing me.
I'm just saying I don't wait like, oh, my pick. I gotta do it. No, like I do it prior.
Dude, I am killing you in poundage. Okay, I am pounding you into the ground.
No, because I made my picks before season started.
You're killing yourself.
No, I made my picks before season starts. Simple as that. Week 1, made my picks
too, but you alter your picks around injuries.
I didn't do that. I left mine the same.
So it's not too late. You can change the pick to Baltimore now if you want to. The game hasn't been played yet.
Nope. Not going to do that.
Chubb is not there. Chubb is not there. I'm giving you an opportunity.
I believe that defensive line on Cleveland is going to put a hurting on Baltimore.
Okay, that's what I pointed out. You was like, I made the pick before Chubb got hurt.
The next pick, I have Cincinnati over Tennessee. Do you really think Tennessee is going to be Cincinnati?
I do.
Are you serious right now?
I'm very serious. And you will see come Sunday. Cincinnati is not playing at the level that they should be playing at. I already say it. But they're not impressing me at all. When you got T. Higgins dropping the ball, you got Tyler Boyd dropping the ball.
Look.
I'm not impressed.
Look, like you said before, everybody has a bad game. They had a bad game. They're not going to have a bad game against Tennessee. Tennessee is one-dimensional. Tennessee is one-dimensional. All they do is run.
Let me tell you.
Tennessee runs.
What was Cincinnati's record before this bad game?
There was 0-2. 0-2.
So they've had more than one bad game.
But the wide receivers didn't have just one bad game. The receivers was doing their thing. Defense needed to pick it up, and defense picked it up.
They were 0-2. So you think the defense is going to stop Derrick Henry?
Absolutely. They did it before. Why not now?
Cincinnati is not playing up to Cincinnati standard.
Oh, they're going through now. They got that win underneath their belt, so now it's time to come. And they're coming.
Okay.
They're coming. Especially in Tennessee. Tennessee can't even throw the ball correctly. All they do is run.
Remember the conversation?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Fans.
One-dimensional can win sometimes.
Fans.
Do you remember
I know we got
show on Thursday?
I know we have
Cincinnati. They threw the ball the majority of the time.
I know we have Cincinnati fans somewhere beneath the earth of anything. Could y'all please help me out here and tell Holder that Bengals is going to beat Tennessee? Next on the radio.
Hey, boy.
Hold on. When I beat you this week, I don't want you to be like, oh, I'm a sore winner, or call me an ass because I'm gonna rub it in.
Yeah, boy.
I'm gonna rub it in like I did.
You always rub it in. You're a child.
I'm not a child. I love winning. I'm very competitive.
I must have won this week, and that was it. My phone is blowing up. Ding, 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 ding.
Because you know why? Because I love winning. I hate losing.
I thought I was in Vegas.
I'm very competitive. Very competitive.
I mean, oh my God.
Very competitive. And that
if I had to pay per text message, my phone would be disconnected.
I'm very competitive. Very competitive. If you're not very competitive, I'm sorry. I don't know.
I'm competitive too. But I say, oh, Sean, I beat you. Hey, this, hey, I told you this thing would beat this thing. Hey, oh, look at the score of this game. I told you. I don't do that.
I didn't say it like
if
that.
I'm winning, oh boy, don't make me post those text messages on the website, okay?
Oh man.
Yeah. The next game is what?
Oh man, the next game. Hold on, I'm sorry. I know we're cutting in. I know we're cutting into our 1 hour. I'm sorry. The next game is the Rams in Indianapolis. I got the Colts. I don't know why you picked the Rams. It's baffling to me because the Colts to me is way better than the Rams, especially if Anthony Richardson's playing. That guy is amazing. Colts' offense is amazing. Their defense is spectacular. Like the Rams ain't going to beat the Colts.
Anthony Richardson hasn't played against Aaron Donald.
Look, if Aaron Donald couldn't get to Joe Burrow but a couple times, and the Cincinnati line isn't that great, and not to mention Anthony Richardson can run. He can run.
Is Houston's line that great?
I'm just saying.
I mean, Indianapolis line that great?
So
I mean, they couldn't keep Ryan up, right?
Schaefer said the Rams are going to win. He's going for the, and I'm going to read this verbatim. What he said. What question mark? The Rams are going to win, bro. I'm sorry, guys. The Rams is not going to win. It's not going to win. Sorry, it's not going to happen.
You say that.
Not
like the game is being played right now, and Indianapolis is up 21 points.
Oh, they're going to win. And when I think they're going to win, Schaefer said the score is going to be 27-17. They're going to win by 10 points. I'm saying the Colts is going to win at least by 7. At least by 7. 21-14, Colts.
Wow.
I'm just saying. The Rams couldn't beat the beat up Bengals. I'm just saying. Next on the radar is Tampa Bay and New Orleans. I don't know why I picked Tampa Bay. I guess because it's not because of Baker Mayfield. I can say that, but it's a divisional game, and Tampa Bay has beaten some good teams. The Saints, they're good, but they're not great. They can be beaten. I mean, any team can be beaten. But I have Tampa Bay over the Saints, and I know we got some Saints fans probably listening. Tune in, chime in, give us your thoughts. But Tampa Bay is going to beat the Saints, and I'm going to say it's going to be 21-23.
I don't know.
You pick the Saints, so
21-23.
Yeah,
I got New Orleans. I know his backup, what's his face, isn't that great of a passer, but he's one heck of a runner. And if you got a running quarterback like that, not only that, he's a big dude. Can't call out his name right now.
What, Hill?
I think New Orleans defense can keep them upright.
And Holder Shaver is going to agree with you. He thinks Saints going to win too. I have to disagree. I don't think the Saints has what it takes to stop the receiving core on Tampa Bay. Not to mention
the receiving core has to have a quarterback.
Baker Mayfield. He's not great.
Mayfield is pressured. Guess what Baker Mayfield
He's not great. He's not great. He's not great.
Mayfield.
He's not great, but the receivers are going to make him look great.
Okay. Well, you've seen Baker Mayfield under pressure
I
before,
also seen him in commercials.
and that
Terrible.
New Orleans defensive front is going to have him on the run.
I think it's going to be a sleeper game right there. The next on the radar holder, and after that game holder, after that New Orleans Tampa Bay game, we actually have identical picks after that. We both have Philadelphia over Washington. You already know I got Philadelphia. Philadelphia is on pen to paper way better than Washington would ever be. Supposed to be, anyways. But again, I mean, and Washington beat Philadelphia last year. But pen to paper, Philadelphia is way better than Washington.
Are you going by stats?
I'm going by stats. Absolutely going by stats. And the most thing, I hate to say this, but talent as well. My boy Schaefer said Philadelphia's going to win as well.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I mean, and here's the thing. I don't think Washington can stop A.J. Brown. They can't stop Jalen Hurts when he's on fire. Man, Washington needs to come. And Washington quarterback, Sam Howell, I think is his name. Maybe that's his name. I don't know. But
yeah, he's good, but yeah,
he's not going to be the quarterback of Philadelphia.
That's Philadelphia. The weakest link for Philadelphia is
and Swift,
the defensive backfield.
Yeah, but Swift, I don't think Washington stops Swift either.
No,
and not Taylor Swift either,
hopefully
guys.
He stays healthy the whole game.
Oh, absolutely. The next game, and, I wanted to go against Minnesota, but I didn't want to because that's my team, and I don't want people to give me hate. So I got Minnesota over Carolina. And
now Bryce hasn't won a game yet, has he? Or has he?
No, both quarterbacks are 0-3. I can't believe this. I'm saying this, but I can't wait for the homecoming of Minnesota playing against Adam Thielen, because Adam Thielen gave us some good years in Minnesota. Now he's playing on the other side for Carolina. It's going to be a bittersweet game for me because I'm so used to seeing him in purple and gold.
If he rips you, it won't be bittersweet for you. Because if you guys lose this game,
we're
you have the next two games coming up, Kansas City and Frisco.
If we lose this game, if we lose this game, holder, next week I'm going against Minnesota, even though we're going to play against the Bears. I'm going against them because there's no hope.
Your goose is cooked. You have this game and the Bears game.
Yep, and we got two.
Get to win.
And we got two big games after the Bears. And nothing against the Bears, Schaefer. Nothing against the Bears, but they need some help. Next up, holder, we both got Pitt over Houston. You already know I got Pitt over Houston. I think stats and talent, Pitt is way better than Houston. I like C.J. Stroud. He's coming along, but he's playing for the wrong team. I don't think Houston Texans is going to be a team that he can win with. But Pitt over Houston.
Ever?
No. I don't think Houston's going to make the playoffs with at all, period. I don't care how long he's going to be there. He's not going to make the playoffs.
Bold statement. They have some pretty good pick positions coming up in the next draft.
That is true. I'm saying Pitt over Houston. I'm going to say give me 35-7. Pitt over Houston.
Oh, man, you're...
And at 7 point is
I'm going to say Pittsburgh will win. I'm not going to throw a score out there.
Pitt's gonna win. And when I say win, I think this will be Kenny Pickett's breakout game for the season. And he's going to look at that and he's like, I can do this. I can always do this. And he's going to do it again. I love Kenny Pickett.
Well, I look at it this way. If they can stay on the short field, the defense keeps them on the short field, and special teams keeps them in the short field. But they have to drive the length of the field, where Houston has to drive the length of the field the score, then yeah, it'll be a higher scoring game. But Pittsburgh played fairly well, but they need to still show that they can be that team offensively.
And here's the thing: Pitt is way better than Jacksonville, in my opinion. I don't care what people think. Pittsburgh's way better than Jacksonville, and Houston is not going to beat Pitt like they did Jacksonville. Pitt's going to take this game serious. Pitt's going to punch Pittsburgh's going to punch Houston right in the throat, and they're going to run down the ball right down that throat. And Kenny Pickett's going to go. He's going to go over 300 yards throwing.
Okay, Morgan. You sound like a Pittsburgh fan. I'm the Pittsburgh fan.
Schaefer said Pitt's going to win. So, I can't wait for Sunday. I'm so excited. I can't wait to beat you again, Holder. Next game we have Las Vegas and Chargers. I and you both picked the Chargers. You already know why I picked the Chargers. You know I was on the Chargers bandwagon last year. I'm on the bandwagon sort of kind of this year because I love that defense. I love the defense. Even though, was it J.C. Jackson? I do believe he has a warrant for his arrest for not paying his fine. Pay your fine, man. You make millions. Your fine's like $600, I do believe. Pay that fine.
Dude, Mike Williams is out with an ACL.
But they still got good receivers over there. Yeah. Schaefer said Chargers.
I don't really care for Johnson, but they still have Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen.
They have pretty good tight end.
I don't see Las Vegas stopping Akers either. I'm gonna go ahead and give it. I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna go ahead and give the score. I think it's gonna win. I'm gonna say Chargers 28, Las Vegas 3.
All right, Mr. Scoreboard.
Next game.
I just got the Chargers winning. So,
next game,
that was a tough one for you, wasn't it?
It was because I was harping on Dallas's defense, and then Diggs got hurt, and then they lost against them Redbirds. I'm still have to go with Dallas because New England, to me, they don't have that defense or even offense that Dallas has. Even though Prescott's Prescott. If Prescott's on point, he's on point, and they're going to win. If he throws an interception, it's like his whole day is messed up, and his day is ruined, and he sucks. And we've seen that multiple times.
Well, I hate to say it, Morgan, but your boys on First Take, Stephen A., says Dallas is on spoiler alert, upset alert, because all the pressure that's on Prescott.
He's definitely right. He's definitely right. There is a lot of pressure.
Lose to New England. Now we both picked Dallas.
If they lose against New England, Jerry Jones needs to trade Prescott. I'm just saying.
Let's think about this. Ezekiel Elliott can get revenge on Dallas.
Oh man, I forgot he plays in New England. Hopefully he sprains his ankle. Schaefer, he says Dallas, and he says that defense is great. That's why Dallas is going to win. I'm hyping up Dallas defense.
Yeah, well, they didn't beat the Redbirds.
They didn't beat the Redbirds, and
I too agree with Schaefer with the Dallas defense. And they got to bring it.
And I told you in week 1, Dallas defense should be number 1 this year. Yes, Diggs is hurt. Yes, he is hurt, but that defense should still be number 1. If not number 1, at least top 5.
49ers defense? I don't know. I mean,
it's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. I forgot about the 49ers defense.
Definite.
It's a toss-up.
Threat.
It's a toss-up. Speaking of the 49ers, and I'm trying to move it as fast as I can. I do apologize, guys, that we're going over. We both have the 49ers over Arizona. 49ers on pen on paper is way better than Arizona. I don't think Arizona's going to upset the 49ers like they did Dallas. Because 49ers quarterback, to me, is way better than Prescott. The running game, way better than Dallas's running game.
But they're going to be facing the same type of defense. I think 49ers will hold out and win this game. They shouldn't struggle at all with this game.
I'm sorry to say this to Arizona fans, and even Schaefer said 49ers. I hate to do this to Arizona fans, even people who likes Rondell Moore because he's from Louisville/Indiana. I'm going to say the 49ers are going to win pretty bad. Pretty bad. I'm going to say at least 52-0.
Ouch.
I don't think Josh Dobbs has what it takes to beat the 49ers defense up. I don't. 49ers is coming to play. They're going to punch that ball down the Redbirds' throat. And Brock Purdy is going to have an amazing day.
Now, if Purdy gets hurt, they're going to put in your fourth string quarterback.
He's better than what they did last year.
He's
better than what they had last year. He's way better than what they had last year. They have Sam Darnold, who can win some games.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Cardinal fans. I do apologize. I shouldn't hate, but I'm hating. Next on the radar, we have Kansas City and the Jets. Kansas City should win this game easily. Even if Aaron Rodgers was playing, they should win this game easily. I don't think I love Sauce Gardner, but I don't think he can by himself beat Kansas City. There has to be a whole team. And I don't think Sauce Gardner has that whole defense like he needs it. I think the Jets just has Sauce Gardner. That's it.
I don't think it's the defense. I think it's the offense. If the offense can't match, then it's a problem. I think the defense can pretty much.
This is Drew my night.
Schaefer
said the Jets. Schaefer said the Jets are going to win.
Isn't giving that defense rest. Yeah, it's going to be a terrible day.
Zach Wilson isn't the quarterback that people think he is. And again, Schaefer said Jets are going to win. I don't know what is going on over there, Schaefer. I don't know if you're like playing my games with me, but the Jets have Zach Wilson of all quarterbacks. He's like a Kirk Cousins. Terrible quarterback.
And if Taylor Swift shows up, it's going to definitely be a beat.
Look, nothing wrong with Taylor Swift, but please keep her at home. We don't want Taylor Swift.
Thank you.
We don't need Taylor Swift fans watching this game just for Taylor Swift. This is a football game, not a concert. Watch it because it's a game.
He was all over the news. Just blowing it up.
Man.
He attended a football game.
Schaefer did make one point. He did say the Lions did beat Kansas City. That's why he thinks the Jets are going to beat them. Okay.
Not the same offense. I hear you, Schaefer, but not the same offense. Detroit has a better offense than the Jets.
I have to agree with you, Holder. I have to agree. I think the Lions, even the Lions defense, I think is better than the Jets defense.
Yeah, they're about the same, but they have maybe one or two players difference on the defense. But
and I love the Lions. I love the Lions coaching. The Lions coaching is amazing compared to the Jets coaching. But yeah, going back to Taylor Swift, please keep her at home. Please don't bring her to the game. Okay, don't do it. I don't want to see her up there when I'm trying to watch Patrick Mahomes throw his touchdown pass. It's about Taylor Swift. No one cares about her in the stands. Okay, nobody cares.
Maybe she'll just be at the home game.
No, maybe she shouldn't be at no games. All right, Schaefer, you are right. The Jets do have faster receivers than the Lions. I give you that. But can that quarterback give them the ball? That's all I'm saying. Can Zach Wilson give them that ball? Last pick. It's a Monday night game. Holder, we both, again, have the same pick. We picked Seattle over the Giants. I picked Seattle over the Giants because Seattle, hands down, is way better than Giants will ever be on both sides of the ball, defense and offensively. Even the head coaching is Pete Carroll is phenomenal. The Giants is a work in progress.
You know, to be honest with you, to be brutally, embarrassingly honest with you, I put the coin.
What? My boy Michael.
Seattle won the coin toss.
My boy Michael Shaver said Seattle, so
I just don't know between these two teams. I don't know between these two. I don't think Geno Smith is a great quarterback. I don't think
he's not. But the Giants
is a great quarterback.
The Giants defense isn't going to stop Geno Smith. Geno Smith has Metcalf. He has Tyler Lockett. Even the running game.
Yeah, it was a coin toss. It was a coin toss. I'd rather see the two head coaches line up and go against each other.
Shaver wanted me to tell you that you're going to find out about Seattle. You're going to find out about them this week when they play against the Giants.
You know, I went to Washington 3 times last year.
And you hated it. I know. You hated it.
Every time.
You called me crying.
Every time I got off the plane, there were Seattle Seahawks crap everywhere. And you know what I said out loud?
What'd you say, Holden?
They have an NFL football team out here?
That's like you living in Texas, and Houston has a football team. I forgot about that.
No, dude, it's not the same.
It is the same, because Seattle's
not the same.
Seattle won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and they could have had 2 if they wouldn't have did what?
Throw the pass.
Thank you. When Lynch was killing them the whole game.
Yeah, he was. Look, Russell Wilson should have called an audible. Pete Kirk got mad at me. I'm calling an audible. I'm not throwing a pass. We're going to run this ball. I'm going to win the game.
He would have been mad at you for 10 minutes. If that,
we won the Super Bowl. We won the Super Bowl. Absolutely. Guys, our show is coming to an end. I wish Schaefer could have talked. He had some little difficulties, but he was messaging me. Hopefully he can come back.
He couldn't defend himself when we were bashing the Bears, but
I know he couldn't defend himself, and I'm hoping he comes back on the show. I'm hoping he comes back and gives us a chance to hear him out about the Bears, especially when they beat Denver this week.
Yeah, I really would have liked to hear some more about the
scandal that's going on over there.
Pornography defensive coordinator.
Yeah, that scandal. I mean, he's almost like Deshaun Watson, but worse.
But worse. But hey, we're not going to do it. Schaefer can't defend himself.
I'm sorry, Schaefer. I'm sorry. I should watch what I say about your Bears. I'm sorry. I'm a Viking fan, so I got to come at you.
Just so you know, Schaefer, my wife is a diehard Bears, Cubs, Blackhawks fan.
Hey, hold on now.
And,
the Cubs is a team.
She was bashing the Bears while we were watching them play Kansas City. And she's a diehard. So
I'm laughing.
They need to fire everybody in Chicago.
I'm laughing because he said we didn't play Madden. I'm guessing he used the Bears on Schaefer. It's a video game, buddy. Of course, the Bears would be good on the video game because you can make them good. This is real. This is real life. This is reality. This isn't no game.
Please tell me he didn't say that.
Yes, he did. This is reality.
Playing with the All-Pro Bears with the great linebackers.
No, he has it on rookie.
Man and all. Okay.
He has it on rookie mode. That's how he's so good.
Yes, the great rookie mode.
Oh my gosh, Schaefer! I wish you could have talked, and that way we can. Man, please, Schaefer, come back as a guest. And next time you do that, defend yourself with your voice. Man.
Okay, well, Schaefer, before we sign out, I want to say if you're really playing with Madden, get those guys to the Super Bowl so they can give you hope.
It's going to be the only Super Bowl he wins by playing Madden. It's the only Super Bowl I'm going to win by playing Madden with the Vikings.
Hey, but it gives them hope.
It does. It does. And then, when I wake up the next day, I realized that it was just a video game. Fans.
Oh, you.
Go ahead, Holder.
You two are going to have a great day when Minnesota plays the Bears.
Next week, Schaefer, come on and be a guest next week again. Especially when we do our picks, because I'm going to bash the Bears. I'm just saying, buddy. I love you. Fans, I do want to apologize for going over 30 minutes into the show. It's been a good show. I wish we could go on longer. But I know people got to work. People got to go to school. I love you guys for joining in and giving us a reason to do the show. You can leave us comments, subscribe, like our videos. Tell us your thoughts of this week's picks. Tell us your suggestions that you want. Leave us some feedback. We love it. You can do that. Look us up on our YouTube channel. Leave us some comments, subscribe, or you can also email me and Holder at third down, 3RD down with morganholder@gmail.com. As well, it used to be Twitter. Now it's X. I don't know why I changed it, but look us up on there. Third down, 3RD down with Morgan Holder. Give us some feedback. I love doing this show. Let's do it again next week, and I promise you, Holder, when I beat you, I won't rub it in as bad.
I'll hold my breath.
With that being said, I'm gonna sign off my part. So don't let fourth down get you.
All right, Morgan, you've said all. You've blown all the hot air you can blow. I want to send a special shout out to Mr. Schaefer. I don't know anything about you, but you're a Bears fan. You haven't decided to switch teams like Morgan has talked about in the past. Yeah, see if you can catch up with us next time. Appreciate you tuning in and giving what input you could. And I would really like to hear your personal thoughts about what the Bears organization should be doing. Other than that, I would love to hear from other fans that Morgan and I have bashed their team. I especially want to hear from you guys because you're fans and you have different beliefs than Morgan. So definitely feel free to just contact us and put what comes out of your heart and your mind. We'll be happy to embellish on it the next show. With that being said, everybody stay penalty free, and we're out of here.